Hello everyone and welcome back to Making Interstellar. Now today, some of you may have been expecting the Fiorentina match, but I decided due to what had gone on in the league, I wouldn't play that live. I'm just going to skip that and I'll get straight on with the end of season review. So that's what we've got, end of season 1 review. We're going to have a look at what the team, how they've done in the league this year, what the plans are for next year, any transfers I might be looking into, and just generally going over it. But quickly first, just before we get into that, I'll just show you what's happened since the 4-3 defeat against Roma. I think that's what you saw. Yeah, I believe it was. We qualified for the Champions League. We beat Chievo 5-1 at home. We qualified with 3 games to spare, which is nice. Now, the only thing we had left to do after that was secure second spot. And after we lost to Juventus, that was looking like it might be a little bit difficult. This match was pretty one-sided. I feel like we did have a couple of chances to win the game, because you can see our 2 best players were Ranocchia and Costa. Unfortunately, they did get the winner though really late on for a Morata strike in the 92nd minute, which is disappointing, but it's just one of those things. Following that, we keeps going back up to the top. We had 2 more really tough games. We had another Milan derby where we played AC Milan, beat them 1-0. Hernandez getting goal in the 15th minute. Andrea Poli getting sent off for them, and we didn't really have many problems dealing with them later on. They didn't really compete too much, and we got the win. Now, this did mean that going into the final game of the season, everything was still left to play for. We had a very tough game away at Fiorentina, which they're a bit of a bogey team of mine. But we beat them 1-0. Another 1-0 win. Zedran Shaqiri scoring the winner. Slightly against the run of play. We dominated the ball a little bit more than them. But because we won that game, we finish second in the league and we qualify automatically for the group stage of the Champions League. We topped Roma by a point. And we're actually only 7 points off Juventus. So I think next year, what I have to do, I have to go for the title. It's just got to be my main goal. Now, the board have given me money to spend. Ignore that for now. We've been given 19 million after one transfer I've already got organised. Now, I did try and bring in Lorenzo Insigne. He might have just seen him. He had a few offers. He rejected us and he's going to Liverpool. It's really disappointing. I had a really good price for him. I think we only bid 9 million and they accepted. Really disappointed he rejected us for Liverpool. He would have been a big signing for us. But I've got other players in mind who I'm going to have to try and sign instead. Obviously, a main priority is a replacement for Podolski, because he was great for us last year. 16 goals in 37 appearances with 6 assists. So we've got to replace him because he's going back to Arsenal. And we need depth. We need the strength in depth, which we didn't have this year. Now, one area we have improved on already is a goalkeeper. He's not going to be a first choice yet, but some of you may know him. His name's Mattia Perin. We've got him coming in from relegated Genoa. We signed him pretty cheap, only for 3 million. He's not as good as Handanovic yet, but he's got a lot of potential, and that does mean we can sell the rest of the goalkeepers in the squad, which I will look to do. Now, in terms of the rest of my transfers, I'm not going to do anything with them until loans and everything and contracts expire, which I think is at the end of the month. I'm going to be scouting players, getting players. Flipping heck, 80 loans finishing. We're going to be getting players scouted and in the shortlist to purchase, but I just want to see what we're left with before that happens. So yeah, that's in terms of transfers. I guess we'll just go over the squad quickly to see what happened, how players did and whatever. So if we start with the appearances, as you can see, Handanovic obviously made the most appearances, closely followed by Shaqiri. I've never had an outfield player really make that many appearances before. And Damian made an awful lot as well. So that's good. He's a really good signing, Damian. Leading player for Serie A sides. As you can see, he's got really well-rounded stats. Actually started, is ever present in the league for us last year. Played all 38 games, which is insane. And I'm really proud. I'm really happy with that. He's a good signing for us. So yeah, let's have a look at terms of goal scorers, assists, and everything. Top scorer, Shaqiri, in that Raul Malta role. He's joining permanently soon. He'll probably stay another year, then we'll try and cash in on him. Hernandez, he's turned 30 now. May look to offload him this year. He's a very good player, but I feel like he's taken up a big wage, and if we can get an improvement of him, it may be worth looking into. Podolski, as I've mentioned. Zaza came in January and did very well for us, 13 goals and 6 assists. I'm looking for a big year for him next year. As you can see, he's improving. He can still improve. And I think 13 league goals and 23 league appearances was a pretty decent return considering he only signed in January. So I'm pleased with that transfer. I feel like he was a successful transfer. Now, obviously we've got players coming back. People like Icardi's coming back from injury soon. Porto are actually interested in him. I may look to sell him. So Valencia, we might be able to get a little bit for him. As you can see, he's not taking up a lot of wage, but we could get a decent amount for him. Hiloshi, 8 goals. So yeah, he didn't do as good as he started off, but he set himself out. I'm looking for double figures from him next year. Okie doke. So assists, again, we've got the same two fellas up top. Kieran Hernandez, closely followed by Kovacic, Guarin, Podolski, Zaza, Nagatomo, the usual players you expect to see up there. Even people like, Ambrosio, Kuzmanovic. Oh, wait. Okay. Up there as well. Sorry, I thought I was going to sneeze, but it never materialised. And, top performers, Hernandez. Andrea Costa, got to be signing in the season for us. Only cost 1.5 million, 1.6 million. It played 28 league games. And he did very, very well. Because I didn't expect him to do this good. He's not supposed to be that good. But I'm pleased with that. Especially with people like Campanaro going this year. We're going to look to sign another centre-back. Him and Ranocchio will be like the main pair next year, hopefully. But yeah, that's the team. Now, plans for next year, obviously I've said I need depth. If you look, we came up short in a lot of competition. We came up short in the league. We lost some games we shouldn't have done. I think with the right players there, we can compete next year for the title. Push Juventus a little bit further, because we shouldn't be losing to Sassuolo. We shouldn't be dropping points against Udinese, Parma, Sampdoria, Atalanta. We should be beating all these teams. Palermo, we're not in the Euro Cup next year, we're in the Champions League, so if we can get out of our group, that'd be great. And Italian Cup, we came out short in the semi-finals. I want to go all the way and win that next year. I want a trophy next year. I've signed a new 2-year deal. The board aren't exactly impressed with me, but it is what it is there. But yeah, unfortunately next year's fixtures haven't been announced yet, but I'm going to do what I did last year. Last season, should I say, and we're going to come back for the first league game of the season. All transfers and everything should be completed by then, so I'll catch you all then. I know this is a very short update. There's not really a lot to say about the team. You've seen the stats and everything. If there's anything you missed out, just let me know and we'll come back to that. But as always, lads, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Next video will be up very soon, and I'll catch you all next time.